lovely people, it's Cara here and I am so mad, and today I'm bringing you So What Next? I've had a really good run of sewing. Now don't forget, I am in the middle of trying to move house, and when I filmed my So What I've Been Up To this month, I was quite surprised how much I've managed to make whilst I've got so much else going on. This was one of those makes. This is this daily top by Elba Textiles, sort of like a high-low hem. If I stand up you can see. So today I just got the jumper bit on. These are ready to wear jeans, but today I've just got the jumper bit on. Which is lovely, but it comes with a t-shirt as well. Please do have a look at my previous videos, you'll see more details of that. So I've just been outside. It's a bit calmer the weather now, but it is quite blustery. The dahlias are still going strong, which is absolutely stunning. I love flowers. I don't always get a chance to have some, but my mother-in-law gave those to me, which is super, and they're still going strong. So today, let me share with you my sewing plans for whatever period of time. As I speak, I am fingers crossed for a date for moving house, and I've got to be realistic at some stage that I'm going to have to stop sewing and start packing. Now we've done a lot of preparation already, but I am going to have to just no more sew, just pack at some stage. So, but let me talk you through. What I've been up to. So in no particular order, I've got a stack of things sitting here on my ironing board, and they are by and large cut out and ready to go. So I'm taking you through that. A bit strange, so you're going to see bits of pattern and things. So I'm going to start off with this fabric. This is actually a yoke piece. I think this is the inner facing. So this is the 100% cotton that I got from the Itokri fabric haul. I'll link to the video up here. But a couple of months ago now, it must be, I bought a wonderful selection fabric from Itokri Fabrics, and it comes all the way from India, and just a beautiful website with such colour and variety, and they sell pretty much one of everything. So if you haven't had a chance to look up Itokri Fabrics, then please do. And this fabric is just divine. I wish you could feel how soft it is. If I show you in a single layer. So it's not it's opaque, but it's it's not a thick cotton exactly. And I'm going to make with this a pattern from the Makerist. Now, in fact, the Makerist.France.fr that is. I was on my Instagram feed a number of weeks ago. An Instagrammer. If I've got her details, I will link below her details. But she suddenly popped up, I think it was on a Saturday afternoon or something, last day of the €2 sale from the Makerist. I'm like, €2? I mean, what can you buy for €2? That's amazing. Now, as you know, I'm a massive fan of Lekala patterns, and their patterns are incredibly reasonable. But €2, seriously, that's incredible. In fact, I may well do a piece on the Makerist patterns that I've chosen, because I did pick up 5 or 6 patterns, and this one is one of them. So I'm going to read the name off the pattern piece here. This is called the Madame Yoko. Now it is in French, so I can't give you any more details at this stage than that. And the Makerist website itself, in my experience, isn't the most user-friendly to navigate. From what I can work out, it's a sort of a platform where lots of independent designers post their patterns, and somehow are affiliated to the Makerist. So they're all on the same on the website, but they are all individual designers. So there's not one designer there. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of designers. And genuinely, if you wanted something, it's on the Makerist website. Its variety is absolutely phenomenal. I chose 5 patterns, so I chose this Madame Yoko, and what I'll do is I'll put the stock photo up here of this blouse. Now this is a simple blouse with 3/4 length sleeve, a nice round neck. It's got a yoke piece on the front and the back. And then on the back there's a pleat detail. It's incredibly simple, no closures or nothing like that. This is why these are here. This is the neck facings. This is the back piece, I believe. Yes, and then that's the front curve. So you'll see there, it's actually not too dissimilar, a little bit higher than the top I'm wearing now. So it's just fallen on the floor. So that's make number 1. Really looking forward to getting that going. And a couple of you asked me how, have I used any of my fabrics from the Itokri fabric haul. If I'm honest, I haven't, not yet, but this is my first chance to. And I think actually a lot of the other fabrics will wait until summer next year. Well, that's no bad thing. It's all good. So that's make number 1. Let me just pop that so you can see there. Look, it's all cut out, ready to go. And I've dropped the piece there. So that is the Madame Yoko blouse, which I'm really looking forward to making. The next one is from Lekala patterns. Now I've got a video on some of the patterns I've done from Lekala. I'll link to that up here somewhere, or at least pop it in the description box below. Lekala Patterns is a Russian company, and you can the patterns are translated into English, and you can choose to have seam allowance added or not added, and I think it's 50 cents or something to have that added. I love the Lekala patterns because you basically pop in your own measurements and they will send back to you the pattern in your size. Yes, you heard me right, in your size, which I think is genius. So the pattern pieces are quite simple. Now I've chosen to make over, well, I think it's just literally called crossover top, something like that. In fact, some of the patterns don't even have a name, and it literally says this pattern isn't named yet, so which I think is lovely. But the pattern pieces themselves are always incredibly simple. So the t-shirt, I will pop a stock photo in here if I can. It's got a crossover on the front, and then a lower section, there's a little bit empire line if you like, and then a plain back. I think I've shown you these before. So this for example, this pattern piece is for the section that goes, I know you can't see me there, goes here, and you can see here there's pretty much nothing on there, and it's literally got my sizes on it. These are where the darts, so the notches would be. This line here is the seam allowance, which you have to pay a little bit extra to have added, but who doesn't want to have seam allowance added? You don't want to be forgetting to cut a seam allowance. I know this pain. So yeah, so there's no instructions, there's no tilly in the buttons style, no instructions on the pattern pieces, sorry, there's no tilly in the buttons holding hands here. And in fact, the pattern instructions are likely to be 0.16, just written, no pictures, no nothing. So you do need to have a little bit experience in sewing in order to make those patterns if you haven't done it before. So things like the neckline on this won't be a neckband, it'll be a fold over job. Very, very, very simple. And I am making it in a really nice black, what have I got here, what part is this? So in fact I think that's the same piece, isn't it? Yeah, so this is a really nice black jersey. It's actually quite, it's not particularly thick, but it's a viscose jersey. Got lots of drape to it, just a standard black fabric here. Do you know, I can't even remember where I got it from, sorry. Oh no, this is from FC Studio, who used to do a lot of fabric. It was a bit like the textile centre, and suddenly, well, they've kind of changed their way of doing things. I don't know the details in that anymore, but yes, this is from there. It's got a decent amount of recovery. But don't know about you, but I'm looking for some basics for my wardrobe for winter, and so yeah, that's part of the plans of that. So there you go. So that's the Lekala pattern, and that's it's a crossover jersey top basically. And again, you can see all folded up and ready to go. Let's pop that there. Next one I'm really excited about as well. I'm so lucky. So Katie from SewSewSew, sorry, has agreed that I can become part of her blogger team. Now they have the most amazing fabric website, such a variety of beautiful fabrics. I'm such a lucky lady. She allowed me to choose a fabric of my choice. In fact, what I did was I sort of sent a couple of suggestions with some patterns, and together we decided what would work best, you know, jointly, which is just amazing. Thank you so much, Katie. I can't wait to share this with you all. And I have chosen to make the heather dress by Sew Over It in this beautiful, beautiful French terry. Look at this, look at these colours. So this is the Leaves French terry in green, and it is just stunning. So lovely olive background, and it's got these sort of strikes of sort of orangey red and sort of a salmon pink and a mustard and a light grey. I absolutely adore it. So when I sent off, when Katie kindly agreed for me to make this, I actually said I'd like to make the Stella Hoodie by Tilly and the Buttons, because that is one of my favourite patterns. But when the fabric arrived, I'm just opening it up here, so you can see the movement of the fabric. So when it arrived, I was like, oh, I mean, I love a Stella hoodie, but I don't wear a Stella hoodie a lot, and I was like, I have to do this fabric justice, and the only way I can think of doing that justice is to make something I'm going to wear more often. And I love a jersey dress at this time of year with boots and tights and just the comfort of the jersey. So I decided I needed to make, it would have either been a Molly dress by Sew Over It, or the heather dress by Sew Over It, and the heather dress just tweaked it a little bit because it has beautiful big pockets. I'll pop a stock photo here of the heather dress, and it's got these huge pockets right on the front, and I need to carry keys at work, and that's, yeah, I just thought, well, that's clinched it as far as I'm concerned. So look at this, it's got beautiful amount of stretch, just enough for a comfortable dress. It is it's a French terry, so it's got a very slight loop back on the back, and obviously it's white there. But look at the colours in that. I cannot wait to get started. This is my very next project. Even though everything is cut out, I'm so excited to make this one, because I just, look at these colours. Just love these colours. It's very exciting. And it comes in a couple of different colourways actually. So please do check out SewSewSew. They have a wonderful range of fabrics for all varieties, basics, children's, yeah, technical fabrics, all sorts of different things. So please do check that out. So that's the heather dress, which I can't wait to make. And once again, thank you to Katie and the team for that. As you can see, again, this is all cut out, cut out, ready to go. I did some batch cutting of PDFs, batch cutting of fabrics, so that I've got all these things ready to go, and do tiny bits of sewing whenever I get a moment to, which is just lovely. So the next two are actually fabrics by themselves, and I have actually remembered I've got another three fabrics up there. I haven't bought a lot of fabric. I am very, very fortunate. I am supported by a number of different fabric companies, and they all have different timescales for things. So it looks like I've got a lot going on. They are sometimes over a longer timescale. This one I just wanted to share this with you, because you'd have seen this, if you watched my previous video, you'd have seen that I made an ironing board cover, which I know doesn't sound very glamorous, but I love it, and my ironing board is out all the time, so only for sewing purposes, I hasten to add. So why not have it out of a nice fabric? I also repurposed a telephone table and made a seat cushion out of it. Well, my husband's made the most amazing coffee table, and I want to put a runner on it, not so that you can cover it up, sort of put a runner down through the middle so that we can put our coasters and things on it. So I'm going to make a runner for the coffee table out of that one, which again is not particularly glamorous, but let's use our skills in different ways, shall we? And then finally, unless I can go and get these other fabrics, which I might do, this is a really exciting venture for me. Now, I have, again, very, very lucky. I'm working with Minerva Crafts. This would be my first blogger piece for them. Now they send out a list of fabrics that they would like people to work with, and I selected this fabric, and this is a 11.5 ounce slate grey Lady McElroy denim. That's described as stretch, but it's actually got a more of a mechanical stretch than it has sort of a lycra content. And I've got 2.5 meters here, and I'd like your help, please, because I thought I would make a pair of dawn jeans out of this, but actually I quite fancy a sort of some sort of dress so that I can layer it up in winter with a polo neck or a long sleeve dress. And I wondered if you've got any suggestions, please, on what sort of pattern I could go with. I'm quite liking the sort of, I think it's called the Carnaby dress. There's a pinafore in the latest Tilly and the Buttons. I could go Cleo or something like that. Again, that's the Tilly and the Buttons dungaree dress. But what else do you think I can make out of this, guys? I would really love your help. It has actually got a bit of give in it. It's also quite a stiff fabric. So the other question I'd like, it's a very stiff denim, sort of traditional denim if you like. The other question I have for you is, what top tips do you have for me to soften this fabric before I start sewing with it? So question number 1, what do you think I should make with it? Question number 2, how can I soften up this denim fabric? Then finally, and by no means least, I have 2 more pieces of fabric here to show you. Now I bought these at the same time as I bought the fabric for my jumpsuit, so my Zadie jumpsuit. I was making one for a friend, and I needed to twirl that pattern before I could make one for my friend. And these 2 glorious bits of fabric just had to go in the basket. So this one, look at this, it's amazing. It's got these rainbow leaves on it on a black background. And it's got a lovely drape to it. It's quite a lightweight crepe, but it's the same sort of texture. I'm going to try and find a single piece. It's the same sort of texture as the other jumpsuit fabric I had. It looks quite sheer there, but when it's up against my skin, I don't think that's going to matter. So I have to probably make this into a Zadie, I think. Although I am fancying making a Tilly and the Buttons indigo, which I haven't made for a long time. But this fabric, which is slightly heavier weight crepe, I love this. Look, I think it's called like Autumn Woods or something like that. Look at that. It's a real 70s style, real 70s style vibe to this fabric. And this, oh, I'm a bit breathless. This I'm definitely going to make into a Tilly and the Buttons indigo, and I've got a real vision in my head of it's something to like the add-on pack, which I don't have, but I'm going to manufacture some tiers on that, and also I'm going to convert the sleeves to bell sleeves, so like a bit more definition, take them slightly longer than the bracelet length that they come with, and then add a cuff or elasticated cuff. I think that's my vision. I don't know when I'm going to get around to making this one, but it is haunting me. This fabric is absolutely haunting me, as is this one, and as are all those beautiful makes over there as well. So wow, I don't know if I've overpromised myself there, but the heather dress is definitely next on the list. The rest are in limbo, but ready to go, and I think that's the best way of approaching it. And also the denim fabric there, so I can't wait to make something out of those. And sewing really is my self-care. It really does help my brain. I have a bit of an unkind brain at times, and keeping it busy is how I fight it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to sneeze at some stage. Excuse me. Oh, right. Okay, so that's quite enough from me for 1 week. Hope to be back in a couple of weeks' time, if not a bit sooner. I do always try and get a video out each week, but at the moment it's turning out to be about once a fortnight. So please bear with. Absolutely love being here. I know I say that every time, but it's absolutely true. And please, please comment. I love to hear from you. I absolutely love it. What do you think I should do with these fabrics? How can I ease up on, make the denim less stiff? What do you think I should make with the denim? So these are the things I'd love to hear from you this week, please. Yeah, that's it from me. So until next time, please stay safe and well, and please leave me a comment below. Thank you. Cheers, bye bye.